Wait. So you actually think that your caps make you look better?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
It's like,
no,
yeah,
they
what
don't.
the
They really
hell?
don't. Oh my gosh, you've been spending on the wrong thing, bro.
All right, so magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Ako po si E and I'll be the host for tonight. Welcome back to the show.
Good evening, everybody.
I have Mr. M in
It
the
is I,
house. How are you, M?
I'm all good.
M
Not
as
sleepy at
what?
all.
Why do they call you M, by the way?
Why do they call me M? That's such a good question. Why do they call you E, bro?
I think he stands for energy,
Energy.
passion, energy.
Nice.
Because I'm always energetic, I'm not just like him.
Always energetic.
Mamu.
10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, right before we started recording, you're like, man, don't talk to me. I'm conserving my energy for the show.
Well,
because I'm feeling old and I have very limited energy and I have to save it all for the show.
Talking about
you motherfucker, you're not even making facial expressions earlier. You were just like,
of course, I was in the momentum.
I was telling you, and I was telling you the best.
You have to feel it.
I don't think you felt any. I was in the moment telling you the best story in my life, and you're just like, oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know about this partnership right now. They call you E for energy, good for you. M is for mystery.
Mystery.
Yes,
I'm a nice one.
I'm a tall and mysterious person. My tallness is only overtaken by my mysteriousness.
Yeah. Speaking of energy, all right. So, as we know, in the past few months, we were in lockdown worldwide. And now I have a question for you. How do you see yourself? I know you have a girlfriend. I'm married as well. But assuming that you were single, or what do you think of how will dating be like after this lockdown? Before the lockdown, we had people still on like all those apps like Tinder, Bubbles, etc. And but they would go out for a dinner, maybe a cinema, and etc. How do you think right now after this lockdown, will people be more scared to go on a date? Will they still mumble in public? You know what I mean? Will they still hold hands? Will they date, follow social distancing? So what's your thoughts on that? You want to share anything?
I never really thought about that, bro. Never really thought about that. But, okay, if we're talking about dating, as in dating with the end objective of getting married with somebody, not just for fun, then I think one, people are definitely still gonna go for it at all costs. I don't think anybody ever is gonna go, oh, it's really dangerous outside. I think I'm gonna stop meeting guys for now. I'm not even gonna talk to them online. I don't think anybody's gonna do that. I think everybody is still 100% committed to finding a partner if that's what they want.
Yeah, but like, right, so for example, like the more energetic dating. I mean, fine if you're looking out for, getting married, kasal, and etc. Syempre, you set certain parameter during your date. But speaking of...
PCR test, number one. The rapid test muna. rapid test. Hindi pa kayo close eh. You're gonna ask somebody to rapid test, di ba? Not even, di ba?
Parang, hey, can I have your certificate that you've done rapid test? Are you clean?
It's like, I mean? Okay, you know what? That's actually a really good question. Okay, two scenarios. One is, would you bring up the rapid test na para, hey, are you COVID negative before you start getting to know them or after? Kasi parang, at the start, there's really no point. Kasi parang, if you don't end up liking them, then you would have just wasted the test. Right.
No,
on the other end, if you spend all this time getting to know them, you end up liking them, and you realize they're COVID positive.
Yeah, but
then that's such a dilemma, don't you think so?
I don't think that the COVID test should be something like a stopper for the relationship. Meaning, it's something that you're not gonna bring it up right away.
Assuming that COVID is temporary, like.
Well,
Diba?
We hope it's temporary. But what I'm saying is, of
Kasi
course,
parang ako, I doubt na parang, okay, okay, a lot of this will be contingent on the the knowledge that we will come out with at the end of this. Na parang, okay, are people who contracted the disease, are they back to normal, or do they have to alam mo, will they have a different life from everyone else? Will they be more predisposed to certain kind of illnesses? Because they're always going to have that virus in their body. So you know what I'm talking about?
well,
So the history is going to be important, definitely.
But there were a lot of cases in the past, like the past few months, where people were positive but recovered, and then they were discriminated because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't want that to happen. But what I'm saying, it's more like back in the days when I'm sure you were single at some point in your life. I was single too.
No, I was born in a relationship.
Really? We would go out and meet people and, and old aunts go share a drink and go there and go that. Do you think that's going to happen again? Or will it takes another 6 months? Or, I hear story online that people are scared to go out, in a dating, are scared to be with a girl or a guy. You know what I mean? So, it's going to be something interesting.
What do you think?
Well, I think because of the lockdown, a lot of relationship was created for sure. A lot of
what do you
people.
Mean?
No, what I mean is online.
Hey, we're locked down. Let's maybe it's time to get it on.
But online dating has been there ever since, and I'm sure people spend more time during this lockdown on online dating than before. Right?
Okay.
You have nothing to do, and then you're just gonna text. Now the question is, when all this pandemic will be over, will they really end up together? Will they really get together, or will they be a bit hesitant? On my opinion, there's gonna be always that hesitation out of it. It's the way we go out currently. When you go out to a grocery, when you go out to an office, when you go out to a shopping center, you're always a bit afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you watch a show called Hollywood? It's on Netflix.
I haven't.
Okay, quick story about one of the main characters there. Okay, he goes off to war, proposes to his girlfriend, right? Survives the war, gets home, realizes that he actually wasn't in love with his girlfriend. He just proposed because he was scared. And I think that is a very real and very applicable phenomenon right now. The onset of crises will just bring out a certain type of hysteria in people. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about just relationships. I'm talking about the way they spend their money, their lifestyles, their personal safety protocols. Everybody's going through some sort of, you can see how people are behaving right now, and it's going to be the same thing with the relationships, right?
Speaking of,
people are going to panic. People are going to make some people might make irrational decisions. I'm not saying everybody will, but I'm saying it definitely will be a factor.
Well, makes sense. Speaking of spending, you just gave me, another thoughts of it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
that's what I do.
Somehow give some value to the show as well. You know what I mean?
You mean all the value? You're welcome.
But speaking about spending power, I think, have been changed drastically for the past 4 months. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Oh my goodness, you don't even have that. Yes.
Right.
100.
So we realize now that before
Spending
maybe I would
power.
go and spend for a cap because I want to look better, for a shirt because I'm gonna look better. But now, because of everything happened, it's like, who cares? What I care most is having food on the table and family.
Yeah. Exactly.
Have you spent during these 4 months?
Wait. So you actually think that your caps make you look better?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no, they don't. They really don't. Oh my gosh, you've been spending on the wrong thing, bro. It's good that it hides your hairline, though.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm a bit bald, so it's better at least it's covered.
Yeah, me too.
So have you spent in the past few months, during this lockdown? What are the things you purchased? Crazy things that you purchased.
Okay, so first month was a nightmare. And first month was when I was seriously saving, because I was I still hadn't gotten a grasp on the pandemic, just like a lot of people haven't.
Yeah.
So I was just buying. I was stocking up on groceries with my family. I didn't buy. This is the only purchase I made. This equipment, microphone, and the amplifier.
What make you decide to do that purchase?
Because this is something I've always wanted to do. That's the thing. You see, the pandemic brings out the truth in people.
Yes.
You know, if there was something in that you've always told yourself that, hey, when I get the time, I'm gonna do this or that. If you still haven't fucking done it, you'll never fucking do it in your life ever. If you haven't done it now in the 3.5 months that was given to us, you're never, stop kidding yourself. You're never gonna do it in your life because you're never gonna make time for it.
So meaning if you never had sex in the past 4 months, most probably you're not gonna do it for the rest of your life. That's what you're saying?
Okay, what I'm saying is not everybody thinks about everything related to sex and relates them to sex the way you do. You know, for some of us, morally superior people.
Wow, thank you. You're very kind. You know what I mean?
We compartmentalize, you know. So when we're talking about very, I got you though. Your face is like, okay. So the microphone. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I told myself, you know, if I never do this, then I'm never gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, and that makes you a realization, right? During this entire situation, is that you're gonna stop and think of things that you never done before. You know, you look at online, people are doing crazy things. People start baking, people start selling online. People like you, even if they don't know how to do podcasts, they start to do podcasts.
Yeah, some dumb folks even start a show.
Exactly. You know, this show was created by crazy people, don't know how to do it like us. We just, you know.
What are you talking about? I'm a pro. I'm a professional. I'm completely aware.
Please open the window and let all the shit goes out. Please, you have a window behind your back, open it so that all the shit you're saying gonna go just out the way.
Okay, what happened to your background though? Did you?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's a nice background. You know what I mean? Like a professional, not like a.
Looks like you're inside the closet, dude.
No, I'm not.
Somebody stole my monkey painting. I told you. I don't know. I don't know how these things happen. Seriously, how do these things happen? It's not in my room.
Even yung monkey mo realize na medyo magulo ka. Sabi niya, you know, ayoko na. Alis na ako.
Yeah, it's like, this guy's too much for this monkey.
And you know what? Imagine if the monkey can talk. You are screwed. I'm sure. With all the things you're doing at your room past midnight, and you know, go online and look at picture, I'm sure the monkey got shocked.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I have to. Okay, it's time for me to come out. It's the truth is out in the open. I will. It's all in that folder you shared with me, and I think I should just unsubscribe from that list that you keep sending me all the time, and you keep telling me to watch.
Because it's nice.
I told you, Emil, stop doing that. That's very immoral, and you should not
like it.
Like tempting us.
No. Let's be clear to the audience. At the start of lockdown, you asked me, you wanted something more exciting because your life is boring. So I said,
my life is yes.
So I sent you certain links for you to enjoy.
I know. And I was like, Emil, what's this? I don't want this. And you're like, no, come over to the dark side. I also saw some lotion and tissue with that. And you're going to enjoy this lockdown. And oh my gosh, man. This
and
okay.
What happened? Look at you now.
Okay, what else? You know what else? You know what else the pandemic does is it brings out, okay, one thing is it brings out the truth in people. Okay. You know how I said that? But it also brings out the truth in relationships. Because
please
you are
explain.
You are stuck with these people that maybe in the normal pre-pandemic life, whenever it was an inconvenience to be with them, you would just get on your car, go somewhere else, go to the office, and that was done. You don't.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like
but now you're stuck. Especially the first month, you're stuck under one roof.
yeah, for me, like I'm married with two kids, and every day I was, at home, and it was okay. You kind of start to, although I've been with my family, I mean, with my wife for 11 years already. So, when you reach that level, it's kind of like settle already. But yeah, I agree. Once at that comfort, before it's like I wake up, I go to the office and come back at night, and we just see at night. Now, it's a bit different. We see each other a bit more often.
And what I'm talking about is you always have these alternatives to confronting issues. You get what I'm saying? It's like if let's say you have some sort of tampuhan with your wife, and
you're just gonna close yourself in the bathroom.
You're gonna go. Yeah, well,
there is no
always
other way.
Always end up back in the bathroom for some reason. With you, okay, you go out with your friends, or you go to the gym, you go back to the office, do some overtime. There's so many alternatives to avoiding confrontation. But now it's like you gotta work your stuff out, because otherwise it's gonna blow up in the house. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, and you know what I realized is like,
how many times have you fought?
Never.
Since the lockdown.
Just kidding. A few times. Few times. But you know what I realized? Now I know my kitchen in details. I know my living room in details.
Why? Because she hit you with a ladle?
No. Because
I've been there. No, not the ladle drawer. I hate the ladle. Bring out the spatula.
Yeah, but I agree. I mean, it's funny. Like sometimes you go picnic on the living room. You know what I mean? You go eat dinner on the kitchen. Sometimes you change. You can eat dinner in the bathroom if you want. For a change in the guest room.
Again in the bathroom. Again, we keep going back to the bathroom.
My life is interesting. That's the difference.
You have to understand that there are people listening to the show, and you're influencing important lives here. You are making a significant impact in the lives of other people watching and who are drawn by the influence of your manner. This is a very important role, brother.
Well,
think of what you're doing.
My life is interesting. I don't like a boring life like you.
Half of it is in the bathroom.
You try to being serious, You
Who?
Try to be a philosopher.
Me? When have I done this in my life? I'm being serious. I'm a philosopher. Who does that? Who? What kind of sick shows do you watch, bro? Seriously.
No, I watched those you sent me.
Who does this?
Those are the show you sent me. Past midnight. You always call me and send me those shows.
Okay, watch The Big Lebowski. Okay, that's my pro tip to you. The Big Lebowski. You're gonna hate me for it, but it's awesome. After you've seen Eurovision, which I hope you have also. You haven't seen Eurovision?
I never.
You're so retarded. All right, end the show. End the show right now. Go watch Eurovision.
I'm retarded because you're my mentor.
I am? Oh, that's so sweet. What else do you think happens in the pandemic? Truths. Drop me some truths that you think, all the gems, all the silver linings that you think has come about that would otherwise never would have. Like, for example, the earth is healing, and okay, that's cool. I love that. But something original, something that only you think or you thought of.
Well, I personally, I realized that because of the lockdown and the pandemic, to appreciate small things. That's my personal. Be satisfied with what you have. Be satisfied that you're healthy. That's for me is the most important. Have a job. Have a job during this lockdown. Because how many people were laid off at home because no work?
Millions of
Filipino.
And unemployment rate, I think it's at 6% now, something like that.
It's crazy.
From 2 point something.
In the Philippines, 3? I think 2,000 to 3,000 companies shut down in the past 4 months. I've seen restaurants closing down. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So that's what, be able to sustain my family, sustain myself. That's what my silver lining. It's really about that.
True.
Understanding the meaning of life.
And a lot of this isn't even something that you plan for. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people go looking for jobs or businesses or whatever it is to sustain their livelihood. and say, okay, I want something that's pandemic proof. I want something that's catastrophe proof. Everybody's just after a job that they love or that will put a roof over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody really looks for a job and says, like, for example, us, when we started the company, I didn't start the company. When my dad started the company, I doubt that he was thinking, hey, I'm going to go in agriculture just because it's food security and it's always going to be secure as long as people need to eat.
But
we'll be fine. We'll be okay. But then, okay, we ended up in that business.
And now it's okay.
And now we're okay. We're okay just because we ended up by sheer circumstance in the right industry. And I'm also telling you that a lot of people who are really, really, really good businessmen, like a lot of the top executives, right, and soothsayers in the industry, a lot of them did not see this coming.
Nope. I know, and even the most prepared CEO company or didn't expect this coming.
This was
it's crazy.
Nobody expected this. This is pure luck. People who have made it out alive have made it out, I think less than 5%, maybe 1 to 2% have planned for it. The rest are just from sheer luck.
It's crazy. And speaking of crazy, I'm gonna give you now, before we're gonna end the show, a crazy news that I just found on the net.
Is it about Florida man again?
No, it's not Florida man, but I think it's even weirder. This is the title. The title say it all. Man with show fetish stole 126 flip-flops so he could have sex with them.
Interesting. Where did this happen?
This one was in Thailand.
Thailand. Did they mention what kind of sex it was?
I don't really want to know, honestly. And I'll leave you with that. So many questions.
I don't want the details, but I'm curious how he pulled it off. Like, did he, I don't know, did he craft them, put them together into the shape of a human being?
Maybe. So let's leave
that. I'm so curious.
Yeah, I know. Let's leave that to the people to find out.
All right, fine.
That's with our crazy news for the day. Mm-hmm. So we are at the end of our show. So thank you so much. My name is E again, and we have M with me. Please don't forget to follow our Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and see you next show. Peace out.